Welcome. In this video, we're going to be talking about grades and look at how grades work in this course. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so let's go over grades and how they work. So you have four categories in this course. You have your homework, which counts 10% of your grade, your classwork, which counts 25%, quizzes count 30%, and tests 35%. So that breaks down into 10 points is the maximum points that you can earn for homework. 25 points is the maximum points you can earn for classwork. 30 points for your quizzes and 35 points for your tests for a total of 100 points or 100%. So what that means is if you scored 100% in homework, classwork, and your quizzes and tests, you would receive the maximum points for each category of 10, 25, 30, and 35 points for 100 points or 100%. So let's take a look at an example if you miss an assignment and also throw in some quiz and test grades. So here we see one homework assignment was missed. All right, so they got 300 out of a possible 400. So 300 divided by 4 assignments gives you 75. Multiply that by 10% or 0.10, and the student earned 7.5 points out of 10 possible points for their homework. Classwork did all the assignments, all 4 100s. That's going to be 100 times 0.25 for 25 points. And then on their quiz grades, they got 90%, 85, 87 for 262 points. Divide that by 3, and then multiply it by 30%, and that's 26.1 points out of the total 30 possible points. And then for the test, an 89 and an 86 would have earned them 30.8 points. Okay, add that up together, and they earned an 89.4%. Now, had this student completed all of their homework assignments, they would have earned an A in this course. But because they decided to not turn in one assignment, that's the difference between getting an A and getting a B+. Now, keep in mind, throughout life, we prioritize things that we want to do. All right, there's an X amount of minutes for us to complete all the requirements and plus the extra things that we would like to do. And so if you decide not to do an assignment, just realize that it could impact your grade and most likely will impact your grade. Or if you decide not to spend as much time completing an assignment as you probably should, you'll probably not get the grade that you want. And that's okay. If you make that decision, you have something else going on, you want to do something else other than that particular assignment, that's fine. But just realize that you're accepting whatever the consequence is for not doing that assignment or not doing your best on that assignment. Also keep in mind that if you get an 89.4, I do not give points. So everything in this course you will earn. Okay, I have had a student that had failed the course by 1/10 of a point, and it has to do with the fact that they did not do homework or classwork for the entire year. All right, do not come to me at the end of the year and ask me to give you points because I'm not going to do that. You earn points in my course. I do not give any points. Okay, let's look at another example here. So here we have a student that is really bright, does well on the quizzes and tests, but decides not to do homework and classwork. So they don't do any homework. That's 0 out of 10 points. Classwork, they did 2 out of the 4 assignments, so that's 12.5 points. Did really well on the quiz, 95, 92, and a 90 for 27.7 points. And on the test, a 98 and a 96 for 34 out of a possible 35 points. But the student only earned a 74C, okay, because they did not do any homework assignments and they only completed 2 out of the 4 classwork assignments. All right. Here in this example, all right, student doesn't quiz or test well. Some students don't quiz or test well. A lot of students don't because they don't do the assignments. Here, the student only completed 1 homework assignment, so they only earned 2.5 points out of 10. Classwork, they did half of it, so they got 12.5 points. On their quiz, a 68, a 72, and a 66 earned them 20.6 points. And on the test, they earned 23.6 points for a 59.2%, which is a failure. Okay, now let's look what would have happened had they done their homework and classwork and still didn't do well on quizzes and tests. All right, they would have received 10 points out of 10 for their homework, 25 points out of 25 for their classwork, and that would have moved them from getting an F to almost getting a B minus with a 79.2. All right, so even if you don't quiz and test well, you can still do well and pass this course if you do your homework and classwork assignments. So that is going to be very important for you to keep in mind. Okay, so now you see how your grades are going to be calculated in this course. You also see how impactful missing homework and classwork assignments are on your overall grade. A couple other things I will say about grades is, one, if you're college bound, keep in mind that the colleges and universities that you're going to be submitting your applications to are only going to see your end of year grade. They do not see what you earned each quarter throughout that course. All they receive is what your final grade is. And the second thing is, if you're college bound, also keep in mind that you really have your freshman, sophomore, and junior years to show the college admission boards what you have done in school. Okay, because in your senior year, you're going to be applying for those colleges and universities. You're not going to have a final grade to show them before you receive your acceptance letter. Okay, usually you'll be sending them the final transcript for your senior year after you've already been accepted into that college or university. Okay, so those are two things to keep in mind. All right, so all I ask of each of my students is just to do your best, put forth your best effort on every single assignment that you do. Remember, do not ask me if this counts as a grade, because yes, everything is subject to a grade that we do in class. And also know that you will earn your grade. I do not give any points for any grades. Okay, so good luck on the year and just do your best.